What up, guys? How you guys doing? Just got back to Seattle. Good at the farmers market. Saw a lot of old customers I haven't seen for like a year, which is cool. And the cool thing about like when you either have friends or associates, like you carry on the conversation like it was yesterday. There's no hard feelings. Like where you know, like crack jokes. What's up with you? Where you been? On vacation? You know. And a lot of queens are like, they're like, yo, like you got a lot more tattoos since the last time I seen you. Like, oh yeah, we haven't seen each other about a year now. So yeah. I go, matter of fact, next Friday I'm getting more. Like, oh, you getting more? It's like, yeah. And I was showing the missus, she knows about my healing journey, what I'm going through 5 years ago, And I was showing her, oh, she's got my, she's touching my face. I was like, yeah. I showed her my back, she read my back tattoo. I was like, that's amazing. Like, yeah, I'm just telling stories. That's what I do. I pay it forward and that's it, nothing more, nothing less. And that's what I believe for everybody out there, if you want to start the healing journey. This is live podcast. Do a podcast, go live, save the sessions, put on, do YouTube. By the way, it's all free. It just costs you time for the most part. And if you blow up, awesome. If you don't worry about that. Just stay by the baby steps type of situation. And that's the shit. That's all. All my tattoos. It's all about the healing journey. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Going to live, and I say respectfully, like that's all I do. Nothing more, nothing less, man. Like that's all I preach about. That's all I talk about, cause I care about you as one being. If you want love, cause a lot of people say they want love, but I tell everybody, do you know what love is? As a mister, they don't comprehend what love is. If you knew what it was 1,000, I promise you 1,000, you would not sit in this toxic love, broken, quarter relationship for too long. You know the door is right there. And she's like, what? What did I preach about? The door is right there. I'm going to tell Amis and say, the door is right there. The doors, apostrophe S, and the door is right there. What? To remind you. Podcast, did you say podcast? Hell yeah, I'm doing for sure. No, hell yeah. And I recommend everybody to a podcast, like whatever you believe in, whatever you talk about, as long as it's positive talk, most definitely, pay it forward to the universe every which way, and that's up to everybody. Pay it forward, nothing more, nothing less. No one's to comprehend you, as long as it's positive talk. But once again, that's what I focus on. Anyone that's positive, especially through the healing journey, you can teach me, teach others. I was talking about with you, but respectfully, that's all I care about. I don't care about many things: race, religion, politics, COVID, high value women. I don't care about that, because anyone that sits in this corny ass conversation, that's very respectfully, you're entertainers. You're gonna keep people in their feelings. Your podcast, you two go at each other's throats, and it causes it'll for sure cause entertainment numbers type of situation. But then you have all these religious, spiritual, atheist, good people in the comments at each other's throats, and they love God, higher source, but they're talking shit to each other. Make them make sense. You're causing controversy, and I get in the social media world, that makes money. That's what you blue pillars. My tattoos in the Matrix. All you blue pillars, entertainers. Take the blue pill, stay lost in life. You can say healing journey, but you want to talk about it respectfully. I know it's too much for you. That's what the red pillars. Take the red pill, get your life back. Now you're trying to fill your film to comprehensive, to bottom life, if you want to bottom life. If you want love, quote unquote. But that's a lot of people verbalize, I want love. Like, you can say all you want, especially on social media. You can make all these posts, positive picture, all the good shit, but then you talk relationships, or your relationships fall apart every single time. You should want to talk to yourself and like fall back. Okay, why do my relationships why they keep ghosting me, or I get bored, whatever the fuck it is. I ghost, they cheat, I cheat. Why they always fall apart? There's got to be a reason why they're falling apart. And it doesn't matter what you claim of higher source, whatever. There's $1 billion fucking dollars. Yeah, man, me bullshit. You're doing good, but in your four walls, toxic as fuck. Why they keep failing? In the beginning, remember this. Everything in life starts with love. Every friendship, co-workership, social media partners. Everything starts with love, like in the Bible. In the beginning, it starts with love. So when it was a toxic love, when the sparks are ending, y'all start bumping heads. The red flag, there it is. The red flags are happening. What boundaries are you passing? They're passing. Why is it going to toxic love? And for both of you, the door is right there. You can talk about it as adults, but for you, the big word rejection, no one wants to talk to. They can ghost you. That's their free one choice. Is it wrong? Yes. Is breaking up, it's all wrong, right? Because now it's two people, now it's falling apart. But the intent is to figure out why it fell apart. But nobody has to. Fuck it. Do the body hopping whole phase. Say you're on a healing journey and, go take a break for a month and you get into another relationship by the way. That's your free one choice. Respectfully, it's not going to work in your favor. Because hurt people, heal people, heal people. I just tell stories every which way. I don't deal with toxicity at all. As one being, I say all the time, I don't deal with toxicity. Why should I? Why would I? What's up, Blanca? How you doing? How's it going? And I say respectfully, man. That's why I'm gonna play a bunch of clips. And I'm gonna play the clips. If it bothers hurt you, talk to yourself. How and why do I feel the way I feel? And the best part, you hear a voice, but you don't see nothing. It's on my cell phone. Remember, it's a live podcast, but I could bring anybody on here, anybody, you know. So let me play some clips. We'll have fun with this.
I don't know why you're trying to throw it all away on someone like me.
What's someone like you?
Just a girl who works. I'm older than the women you could be dating, which means my looks won't last as long, and I have fewer years left to get pregnant. If you marry a 25-year-old, then in 10 years, she'll look like me. If you marry me, in 10 years, I'll look like my mother.
What does your mother look like?
I was born poor, raised poor, and even though I work, I have debt. I'm a college dropout and a failed actress. I have no dowry. If anything, I have a negative dowry.
Do I look like I need a dowry?
At the end of the day, the math doesn't add up. Given your position in the marketplace, and given mine, I'm not a girl you marry. I'm a girl that you go home with once, and then never call again. So, what are you doing with me?
You say you think I'm smart, but you're talking to me like I'm a caveman. I wouldn't date you if I didn't see value. I'm not like my brother. I'm not looking for the nicest, prettiest, rich girl who likes me back. I'm looking for someone who understands the game, how the world works. I'm looking for someone I respect and trust. Someone who knows more than me. I don't want to date you for your material assets, though I think you're underselling them by a significant margin. Material assets are cheap. They don't last. I want to be with you for your intangible assets. Those are good investments. They don't degrade. They only get sharper. And besides, I have enough material assets for the both of us. I see a lot of potential here. I think you and I could make great partners. I hope you agree. As for what I can do for you, I think I'm the only guy this rich you can actually stand.
I don't like you because you're rich.
Then why do you like me?
Because you make me feel valuable.
You are valuable.
Anna, my condolences. My man just passed 2 weeks ago. Does he understand why I wasn't at his service? When you say that, like, do you mean like he passed away and you couldn't make it to the service type of situation because of like traveling issues or whatever the situation is? I'm asking. And my condolences first and foremost. Like, death sucks. Respectfully, like, death sucks. And that's the part of like this lifetime bullshit. Like, yo, like, no one's my situation. My mouth to everybody just is day by day baby steps. No one's guaranteed tomorrow. There's so many scenarios. That's why I talk about it. It's triggering. It's scenarios. It's a forewarning. You know, I'm not saying like stretch this out to the fullest about death. No, but that's not that we can't stop it. You can prevent it as possible. God forbid someone passes away. To the fullest. A support team, a potential partner, or they can pass away respectfully. We get that part, the physical death, which is called completion, like X says. And much of the mental spiritually speak to the universe, always by your side. Maybe in the terminology, maybe in the next lifetime, in the afterlife. I say the terms because that's what I'm born and raised with. Top, I don't. As a being, I use the word idea of faith. I don't know. It'd be nice to know there's afterlife, there is reincarnation. In the next lifetime, I already know all this shit. I'm not starting back to square one and do all this again. And and I seriously spend my condolences. Like, it sucks to when people pass. Matter of fact, speaking of death wise, which is a wild conversation. I was into my nephew, but my brother, like, I'll mention my brother here and there, how he passed type of situation, but I've never like sat and talked about it. My nephew, he was like, I don't know, I think he's 17, I believe, right now. So my brother passed away in 2013. It's been a minute. Whoops, sorry. He was my man. His family only gave me 1 day notice. So can you still see him, like, at the cemetery type of situation? And the idea that the family's coach type of situation, and even if you don't make it, like, okay, you didn't make it there physically wise, but you can still visit him at his tomb. Speak to the universe every which way, and in the intent of life, like, and for sure, definitely is said and done. Like, if you was a good relationship, you still move on forward in life. Let's say there's potential down the line, or if you choose to, you want this little soul contract, like, I'm not ever dating again. That is your free one choice. I believe that if they were physically here and they would see that you have a potential partner, like, yes, I lived before, they would want you to move on. They would not want you to sit there and be sad and depressed for the rest of life. Respectful, No, they told me his kids are keeping him, as far as, like, what's that term when they they burn him? I'm not good with terminology. I forget the whole thing. You got the burial, or they bury you, or they cremate you. That's the word, you know. If you want to elaborate. But anyways, sorry about that. I say that like his turn. Oh, so they did cremation wise. Well, like his kids can keep him, you know. Like if you can talk to him, you want some of his ashes, you know. But respectfully, they don't have to say yes. That's why the big part of the rejection. No one has to like vibe with you at all. They can say no. Can you handle the no? That's why okay, you don't have his ashes, right? So you could visit him whenever you want to. Most of the spiritual beings every which way. Because the kids come first and foremost. Yes, you're the partner type of situation. It'd be nice if everyone got along, but nobody has to respectfully. It's definitely a lot, but the grieving journey, is at your own pace. It's not a race to marathon. You can shed your tears, speak to the universe type of situation, but the intent is not to be grieving forever, because then that's when stress happens more every which way, and then you try to function in life, and it's kind of hard, So hugs and prayers, that's not cool, man. So you spare with the worst death. For sure, your partner for sure will tear you up, especially like your family, and personally your parents, siblings, your own kids, because that's the ones you grew up with since you was little, and then everything's like the movies, flashbacks and memories. The last conversation we had with them. I tell you, I was telling my nephew because he was a little kid, and he's like, I don't remember that. I go, no, you was a little kid. You didn't. You won't remember none of this. You might have seen pieces of it wise, and I was breaking down the conversation, how it happened, for me personally as a being. Because remember, when death happens, each person in the family takes it differently wise. Some people can be okay with it. Some will take it really fucking hard. Some hit rock bottom and they don't make it. Like neck tattoos, suicidal thoughts. Like in your head, you can jump off a billion cliffs. Don't do it physically, man. Like I know, feel like life's ending, but it doesn't end. You're still here. I know you. Sometimes we say, like my brother, I'd be like, why him? Why not me? Like nah, like we're here for a reason, every which way, and they want you to keep pushing forward. In the next lifetime, potentially, I see my brother again. As they say to me, knowledge-wise, in the next lifetime, I don't know. It'd be nice, but here's the kicker when it comes to like spirituality talk, like, I don't know. if someone could tell me yes, there is afterlife, and if you can show me, prove it to me, and that's really respectful, like, then I potentially might believe you. And if there is afterlife, reincarnation, will I have all my memories, all my tattoos? That's my the universe, every which way, triggering words. Trigger notes universe. If I trigger you, I did my job. But it's all about personal feelings. But nobody has to feel them at all. But I'll call you out. You can claim higher source God and you want love, relationships, but you don't want to talk about your personal feelings. I get it. It's personal. I respect your boundaries, but I must give a scenario that you want love, quote unquote. And the person that you love asks the same question I just gave you. I just asked you. You can push me away. I respect your boundaries, but will you push the person you love away? And if you do, make that make sense. Why? Why can't you become vulnerable wise? Make that make sense, The kids didn't even call him on Father's Day. And I get this, like, man-made holiday type of situation. Like, I don't know how all the kids are. I'm assuming for kids. Some kids, once again, they go by holidays, they don't go by holidays. Myself as a being, as I respect you, I don't care about being man-made. It's man-made. Like, to me, every day background is my birthday. It's a holiday. I'm blessed as a being, Kiddos. It's a lot going on, once again. If everyone could get along best as possible, but we're all traumatized. Every which way. And when this happens, once again, each being, kiddo, parent, whomever, takes death differently wise. The grieving journey, that's what check on your peoples. Because some of them might not make it. It's a lot to take because you were living life, going to college, whatever you're doing. Happy, Mr. and Mrs. Happy, all that good shit, then you get the phone call. You ready for that phone call? Like tell my nephew, I was telling my brother, and I tell you, I'll talk about it and I'll skim it. Like for you guys, people in the street, I'll skim it. But like my nephew, like I broke it down. For me personally, once again, how it worked, type of situation, what I felt, and that's what I have like the movies, like in this intuition, quote unquote, this gut feeling. I just woke up. I've never had it in my life. Never. I told my nephew, I've never had this feeling in my life ever. I've heard these little stories that like. Intuition, gut feeling, like you feel like something, like there's negative energy, like something's gonna happen. You don't know when or to whom, whatever. It just feels something really fucking bad. And I told him that day I just woke up. I just felt like really weird. Like, man, why do I feel like this? I feel something in my stomach, just like something's wrong, like really, really wrong. I mean, I'm an extrovert. I like to bullshit, chop it up with everybody, right? This is 2013. John to school, pick up my buddies, same routine. I'm quiet as fuck. Everyone's like, bro, you good? I'm like, I'm good. Like, why y'all quiet and shit? Like, I don't know. I just woke up and I feel like something's really wrong. Something's about to happen. Like, what do you mean? I just told you I don't know. I just have this, gut feeling, quote unquote, something in my stomach that something's gonna happen really bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is. I don't know shit. I just know I don't feel great about this. Go to college, do all the great jazz. Everyone's concerned, which is cool. Like, hey, what's up with you? Like, sometimes the same story, but I don't know. To my teachers, my classmates, I don't know. Like, I know I'm always talking and bullshit and chopping with everybody, man. I'm a fucking socialist. I don't know. Today just feels really, really weird. I told him, get home, and fucking jump on the PS3. And here's the best part, I told my nephew, the night before I spoke to him. And that's the shit for everybody out there. Like, yo, like, when no one's guaranteed tomorrow. Nobody's guaranteed tomorrow. That's why I live now that I worked on myself in the healing journey 5 years ago. My motto is day by day, baby steps. The future, tomorrow's the future. Like, tonight, I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, If you see me as a bee in the streets, I'm always praying. Like, before I eat, as I'm walking, traveling, whatever the fuck I'm doing. It could be my last power nap. It could be my last drive, Yeah, that's why everybody, technology, cell tattoo. Take pictures and videos of the people you love and respect to the fullest. Because God forbid they pass away. Or, remember this, everyone's traumatized. They can just get up one day, you know what? I don't want to talk to nobody. They can ghost the whole universe, literally. You might think potentially they're dead, but they're not. They just moved to a different state, a different country. They just want to start fresh. You know what? Like, I'm just doing bad, or I've been doing too bad, or I don't want to do it with nobody. If I go somewhere else, I'm fresh. You're a virgin. Nobody knows you, And now you're like, that's the part where the triggers to happen. Like, now people question their self-worth. Like, why did they leave? I ain't nothing wrong to them. Maybe we're going to shit in life, We all are. Hey, what's up, Sam? How you doing? Yeah, but power enough too. Are they blaming me for his death? I don't think they are. If you give a queen behind the screen, I don't need from Adams, right? If I was you, you are the kid of the family is B. Respect we got. My condolences to your partner. He's not here no more. So ask, like, I can't answer that. So ask him, like, are you guys blaming for his death? Like, and if they want to blame me for the death, like, why do you believe they would blame me for that? Like, respect to say this and expect your body, like, were you involved in the situation? What happened to him? If not, then try not to overthink the situation. But from there, as I tell you, just ask him a simple question. That's what I would do, honestly speaking, wise. And you can ask the question, they don't have to respond. To form the whole universe, nobody else to talk to you. No one has to respond. They can look at you dead ass and say nothing. That's their free one choice. It'd be nice if people talk to you, but nobody has to talk to you for 1 year, But yeah. But that could have been just played a minute ago. That's the thing for everybody out there, like, as a being, fall back to the healing journey, right? Date yourself. What are your boundaries? What are your love languages? What are your standards? You are me. I never stop talking. And the potential to be the same shit. Like, maybe they don't know this conversation. They never heard terms like of boundaries, love languages, standards. Then elaborate your side, and that can still be Japanese to them. That'd be cool. Like, shit out. So I'm gonna just observe you, my situation, like the potential queens. I date your mind every which way. Then your body, then your looks, then your environment, and your universe. What do you mean my universe? Because if I was a blue pillar, I would just date you, your body, and your looks, and that's it. Not even your mind. Like, we have energy, quote unquote, physical attraction. That's it. But my over myself, I'm not asking about before I met you. What is your everyday life? What do you do? What's your daily routine? Who do you hang around? What type of situation? Now I study to the fullest because I want to make sure that you're a healthy person on the overall. And then we can do type of conversations every which way. 2 years clean. My girl don't do none of that. I still smoke she be tripping. I stay because it helps me. Smoke like cigarettes, smoke like marijuana. My boyfriend goes to sleep. I can't stop. We should be BFF. Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm happy you're doing better wise with your sobriety wise. That's the thing for everybody out there. Like, when it comes to, like, I don't know the casual drinking and casual marijuana, but when you're codependent, I need it. Yeah, because what are you doing? Well, action. Link babes. Once again, if it's casual, it's true, but if you use that to numb yourself up, to run from run from yourself, because a lot of us scared to do what? We distract ourselves with mammy bullshit, social media to the fullest. Obviously you gotta work the routine, but whatever else you do, a lot of us scared to what? Stop, turn around, face the person in the mirror, ourselves, because people make me feel good. Scenario, the girlfriend that don't have it, let's say my girlfriend, my 8 kids, co-parenting, family and friends. You guys like podcasts, you make me feel good beings, right? And then mammy bullshit. When I get tattoos, ink therapy, I go work out, I go flying, whatever the fuck I'm doing, mammy bullshit, right? So, I'm gonna tell my back to cut everybody out. If people make you feel good, if mammy bullshit makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that make sense. And what's the answer? Codependency. Because, you don't know this yet, but you need people's validation. Why, Yeah, just casual smoking, but I feel she over controlling. I don't know. No, she is down though. Well, you can talk to her about it, that's obviously the couple, I don't know, she knows you more than I do type of situation. Maybe she thinks, that you're smoking too much type of situation. Let's see you are slowing down, hey, well, I used to smoke like this amount, now I'm not as much. And then remember this, let's say scenario, she don't do none of that. That's the part that becomes triggering because, I'm not doing it, you're doing it. And that's why I tell everybody out there, before you, try to learn from this, you don't have to do this at all. That's your free one choice. My situation potentially to be, ask them all if they want off the rip, You smoke, you drink, you get high type of situation. Is it casual drinking? And they could lie to you. They could say, I just do casual drinking, casual marijuana, casual whatever the fuck they're doing, psychedelics and shit. And then they can verbalize it. Remember this, the intent to be honest, keeping 1,000. But let's say you start dating them, now you're a couple, and guess what? It's not casual drinking, they're actually drunks. And when you find that out and comprehend that, what are you choosing? What are you doing? Give them chances. I pray for him manifest that they change their ways, that God will do it for them, or be selfish in a positive manner. Choose yourself and walk away. You can accept people in life, but I don't recommend it because I love everything about her. Scenario, let's say I have a girlfriend, she told me initially she drinks casually. Come to find out she's a drunk. Because it's not me, my tattoos, right? So from there, what I do? I'll talk to her about it. Should I be like, you told me you did casual, but actually you love that bottle. You love that bottle more than you love me type of situation. So, guess what? You have a lot of healing to do respectfully. So, I'm to let you know, I'm going to choose myself and walk away. What? Rejection is protection in my life. I don't deal with zombies respectfully. If I was you, verbalize the next time and tell me you're actually a heavy drinker. And date people like you that are heavy drinkers. I don't recommend it. It'd be a bloodbath, but don't do opposite track. Don't sell people dreams. Yeah, you try to sell me a dream, but I already worked on myself. A zillion queens in the whole universe, why would I stress about one? Make that make sense. Respectfully, I get muted a lot. I tell her, but she says I'm bugging. But yeah, just trying to work with her. Yeah, no, two-sided relationship, communication, comprehension, best as possible, And that's part of boundaries and standards. I want to try shrooms. So I've done shrooms a little bit. I did the gummies, synthetic ones. So this is like shrooms 101 where you have what's the terminology? It's called psilocybin. So you have regular shrooms, which except for one people, if you start messing with psychedelics, the intent is you're not too traumatized. If you're too traumatized, just forewarn you, and any other drug out there for shrooms definitely wise. Everything amplifies. Just forewarn you, everything amplifies. And if once fear kicks in, just forewarn you, you're gonna have a bad trip. It can tend to scare the shit out of you. Just to forewarn you, and from there you might not ever touch it again. I've done the candy bars twice. I've done the gummies 6 out of 10. And that term astral projection. Oh yeah, you feel it. My tattoos. Look at my tattoos, normal, right? When I'm astral projection, everything's amplifying, everything's stretching. I feel like out of body experience. I'm like, oh, so this is called astral projection. It feels different, And the intent is to my situation. I'm trying to, and I said it respectfully now. I'm trying to speak to other beings, quote unquote, that potentially they've been knowing this a long time ago. Whatever they claim to be, Anunnaki, starseeds, whatever I see, whomever I see, I have a conversation with. But my situation, I'm a geek techie, so I like to do video blogs to record myself. But the thing is, that's when they say aliens don't talk. They use telepathy. That's the same thing we do. When you do it's to verbalize is really hard to do, because the intent is to block everything. Hey, so I'm seeing this, I'm talking to this. That wasn't happening. I was just chanting. I just kept saying focus, energy. Every time I came back in my living room, there you are, and then I disappear, and then I'm seeing all this, different realms, And remember this: when you do psychedelics, right, and and in general, any type of drug, PCP, all that great stuff, right, that's not good for you, but it gives you a trip. So as a being, whatever you believe in, whatever you preach to the fullest, you love talking about church, the universe, astrology, crystals. More likely, that's what your trip will be about, that because that's what you focus on. For my situation, when I was having it, I was going through all these realms, all these universes, and I was me my situation. I was like a scenario. I'm a bug. I'm a plant. I'm a tree, and I'm watching beings, aliens, human beings, and what I preach about: life, talks, relationships, co-parenting, how we function emotionally as spiritual beings. Raw your life, raw your feelings. That's all I saw. A father crying and a son holding him. A mother crying, a daughter holding them. That's all it was. They were human beings and they were, aliens. And I'm just watching. I can't speak or nothing. And they look at me, the little kid will look at me and we lock eyes and that's it. And then, but why did I see that? Because if you don't believe me, go to my YouTube, Spotify, Coach Freedom. That's all I talk about. It's all about your four walls. Everything starts from home. Respect for you. After that, you go into the matrix, go to work, go to church, whatever you do in the universe. That respect, I don't care about that. You can run the matrix, do whatever, numb the fuck up, run from yourself. But then you go home. That's the problem for everybody out there. If you're going in your car and you're trying to go home, welcome to your dungeon. Your sentencing, your hell on earth. You're not even physically. No one's gonna die to go heaven and hell. You live in this shit every day above ground, So once again, it's for warning. If you want to do psychedelics, it's try to have a better on the overall better mental health in a positive manner. If you're traumatized, I don't recommend that at all. Respectfully, you can give you a really, really bad experience, scary to the fullest, or you potentially become paranoid. Because what it does, it opens up your sixth sense, your third eye, quote unquote, your pineal gland, and from there wise, everything, because you become more aware. My situation to detox, quote unquote, and be back to normal, quote unquote, it takes my body about 24 to 36 hours. Because everything, even the high is gone for the most part, 80% completely one. Your sixth sense kicks in, and everything. As you're driving, you hear the rotors of your tires. Everything amplifies. You're just looking around damn, everything's brighter. Just you feel different, and then you feel when you go back to normal, oh, now I'm back to normal. I'm back to my five senses, not six senses. I believe you. I tell you, I'm trying to. And I say respect once again. I'm trying to speak to other beings, and I say respect. Feel I speak to many queens out there, and I hear beautiful stories, But I'm trying to speak to the beings out there that been knowing this shit to the fullest. They could tell me, guess what? There's afterlife. I can show you how to speak to the different versions of yourselves. Because supposedly say, in these timelines, spirituality talk now, there's supposed to be 144 or 177 versions of ourselves. That's why I tell people watch the movie Ant-Man Part 2. I won't ruin it too much. At the very end, you'll see what I'm talking about. And that's spirituality talk. So there's myself, exact same copies physically, but in different realms, different timelines. Caveman times, Western times, in the future, all that stuff. So supposedly there's a way to talk to each other. I don't know. It'd be nice to. That's what I'm saying. It'd be nice to speak to the future version of myself. So then from there wise, hey, just to let you know, you don't have to comprehend this, but there's no version of yourself. My situation, what I'm trying to do, maybe this year I'll start working on it. Hard drive SSDs, all these live sessions, back them up, put them in enclosures, either a mason jar or Google research what kind of case I can bury into the ground. Which I'm gonna sound crazy when I say this, right? It's a scenario now, right? I get buried into the ground multiple cases, multiple jars, and then let's say magically there's a spiritual person I can speak to, and they can magically show me how to speak to my future self. I'm gonna tell them this shit out. Go to Earth, and this time frame, there's an address. Who knows, by the time I kick the bucket, you're watching this, hearing this, it's whatever. This is, I passed away scenario in 2060, and now you're in the year 2900. But there's an address. All you gotta do is go there, start digging. When you find these suitcases, there's gonna be hard drive SSDs. All you gotta do is open it up, plug it into the computer. That is the old version of yourself. That's the person that figured out life to the fullest with your personal feelings. Because you believe love is from a being, from man-made bullshit. It's not for nobody but yourself. You just don't know that yet. But if you want to stay codependent, 95% universe, and then the highway, then go find your face. But the cool thing is, that person you're watching, the old version of yourself, you don't have to comprehend anything. You don't have to comprehend nobody. Because the only person that do comprehension is who? You, as one being. I'm gonna tell my bag. It's gonna say God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors, and beings. We're all communications and messengers. That's all we are. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. That is your free one choice. If you want to work in yourself. If not, then what? Hello? What's up?
Did you learn Irish? I don't know, Miss 16. She tried to help. And she don't want no more.
I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds good.
I don't know, because I'm tripping.
Yeah, potheads. Remember at nighttime, the freaks come out at night. Hey, so have you ever seen the movie The Conjuring? Yeah, Conjuring. And we need something with cold. Oh yeah, scary stuff. Be careful with the scary stuff. That's like when you open spiritual doors, quote unquote, to the spiritual universe. I try to avoid negativity best as possible. I mean, if that is your gift, then that is your gift. I don't really have gifts when it comes to spirituality world. I don't. I just have visions. I can say that little visions here and there. I try to document them to myself because basically visions are for warnings. It gives a scenario. If you remember best as possible, like try to pay when you have these visions. It's not deja vu. Deja vu and visions is a little bit different. Visions, it's a forewarning that you're about to get into that scenario. So we see the buildings. My situation, when there's beings, I hear voices. I don't see faces, but I pay attention to detail. Like, is it a church? Is it a building? Is it I'm in the streets? And I just pay attention as possible. In my situation, when I sleep, I die. I have no insomnia. But when I have power naps, that's when I see my little visions every which way, And I just observe them, study myself. But once again, everyone has their own gift when it comes to the spiritual universe. But I'll say this, which I'm telling my body, which every day, every being, whatever you believe, whatever you want to call yourself. You can call yourself a human being, a god, goddess, starseed, light worker, whatever term you want to unlock you, reptilian, whatever term you want to call yourself. But what does everybody have a day above ground? They're two exact same gifts. And what is it? It's free one choice. What? Everyone has the exact same gifts every day above ground. After that, whatever extra gifts you have, spirituality, numerology, crystals, that's your other gift. I'm happy for you. My situation, I don't have those gifts. It's intriguing. I do communication. I don't comprehend it. I know of astrology, numerology, crystals. Trust me, majority of my followers, my one-on-ones are queens, females. I love to ask them, what do you believe in? God, higher source. Be like, nah, I'm an atheist. It's just spirituality, and that's it. That's cool. That's beautiful. Once again, nothing's wrong with that. But remember this: as beings, whatever you believe in, higher source, right? What I preach about, like Buddha was doing, mind and body. Keep it simple in life. If you be selfish in a positive manner and work on yourself with your mind and body, then do balance for yourself. The yin and the yang. Then you better for yourself. You bless for yourself. This fountain of you to stay young, it's you. The less stress in your life, the better for yourself. I promise you 1,000, right? And from there, wise, what I preach about is a person by your side. What? It's a person by your side. That's what changes your life to the fullest. Because you be the most religious, spiritual person in the universe, and magically, somehow, lose disciples. I'm gonna talk to these circles, these bad girl, fuck fuck girls, the worst ones, these zombies added to addiction. They sold you a dream. And you fell for them, and now you're with them as a partners of situationships, and they're toxic as fuck. And you met them at church. I met them at the mosque. Oh, they're into astrology. Like, I'm into astrology. Wow, you have things in common. But if you're love, you're positive energy. And they can, remember this, everything starts with love. They can love you for one day, the next day they're fuckboy fuck girls. That is our free one choice. Every which way, Hey, what's up, Barbara? I'm doing good. How you doing? How's life? How's everything? How's your night going? That's what I preach about, energy to the fullest. Like, yo, I see it every which way. How's your stream going? Stream's going good so far. Thank you. Thank you for asking. But what you gonna call it? It's energy. Once you start doing the healing journey more, awakening and woke journey, you get your energy. Like, that's all I see. I see just three energies: squares, empathetic people, loving people, higher source. Circles, narcissistic, bad girl, people, disciples, and the worst one, zombies, add to addiction. That's all I see. The three codes, three energies, and that's it. I don't care about you, Mexican, white, purple. Wow, you're a person of color. Whatever you claim to be, but magically, you're dating a fuckboy fuck girl. Boys are too narcissistic, negative energy. All my tattoos for a reason. You can be atheist, cool. So you're positive and they're negative. You're love, they're toxic love. You're conscious, they're subconscious. Your continuity, the discontinuity. What term do you want to use? Tell my body for a reason, Dropped the follow. Oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you for following. By the way, you seem like a pretty good stream to me. Oh, thank you, thank you. I'm just telling stories once again. Like, it's a live podcast, 9 platform, 9 cell phones. I've been doing this for 5 years of my life. This is my 6th season starting now. I just pay it forward. That's all I do. Where you from? Seattle, Washington. Keep it simple for everybody behind the screen. Seattle, Washington. I just tell stories to pay it forward because if you want love, especially you queens, you gotta comprehend what it is. If not, then you're gonna suffer and sell yourself a dream, self-sabotage your life, not knowing because no one taught you this. And I just preach about doors. The door's right there. Everything starts with love. When the relationship starts going toxic, did you know the door's right there? You can leave whenever you want to, especially a queen. Stop being his babysitter. Stop being his mother, his father, his probation officer. Let him fuck up. He's not your kid. What? He is not your kid. A zillion kings of the whole universe. Why are you stressing about one? When you're too pathetic, yes, you will feel guilty like I did. Like my first baby mom, fucking 12 years too long. I pray have manifest the higher source magic. One day will wake her up and she will love me like I love her. 12 years too fucking long till I finally chose myself and walked away. But that was 12 years too long. And that's why I say respect for you. Like, it's a triggering subject, triggering comment, but I'm going to tell on my back. On my lower back, it's going to say, God, Jesus, which is triggering. This is a triggering comment. It's going to call everybody out, basically. Whatever your beliefs are, right? It's going to say, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors can't fix, change, or save you at all. What? Shots fired. Then when people come in Seattle, so if that's facts, what you're saying, that means God's not powerful. He is powerful, very powerful. How so? He just told me he can't do it. I'm gonna tell you on my neck wise. I haven't figured out the correct wording yet. I gotta do it by next Wednesday. I mean next week. I get my tattoo Friday. Next Friday, it'll say on this side, right? The first letters all capitalized. Scenario. It'll say God wants you to change. This side all capital letters. But will you change? Allah wants you to leave. But will you leave? And so on and so on. And the last one's gonna say, your ancestors want you to stop being a zombie addict to addiction, but will you stop being a zombie addict to addiction? What? And then in the back of my neck, to go in sequence, it's gonna say, every day above ground, we all have free will and choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic? That nice can natural to be narcissistic. The babble bag of fuckboy fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Where you are not changing, you're choosing. That'll be tying back in my neck. So when I say that comment to someone physically wise, I can verbalize it to you, but if you want to, I'm gonna put my shirt up, see my back tattoo on the very bottom, read that tattoo. I'm gonna tell you sequence, then I'll show you my neck, shoulders right here, and then I'll show you back of my neck. What? Read that. That's the sequence. I just told you God can't do for you, and you question me, then that means not powerful. Now read the rest of it. What? You think higher source is sad, depressed, in toxic relationships? Is that very much? Right? So why are you in that? Respectfully,
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Like your mom and dad? That's right, like your mom and dad. Yeah, like your mom and dad. Your mom and dad. Yeah. I'm from U.S. Virginia. Awesome. If you allow, can I suggest you something? Oh, go for it, Barbara. Please do. I love trolls. My tattoo. All you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. On my back it says, don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person, if you know you're doing wrong. You're good for the streets. You are good for nothing but pseudo God. But respectfully, pretty soon get tatted on my left side, on my top left side, and say, how can you be, either I'll put, maybe to trigger the word, these boys are narcissistic, a weak narcissistic, bully dash racist, and think you're a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, a atheist person. Make that make sense. You're good for the streets, toxic love. You are not good for homes, love. Shots fired. What? If you're a bully and you're a racist, you're for the streets. And if I see you, but you're a queen, you're a square, you're love. He is toxic love. You're for homes, he's for the streets. Why do you allow him to be in your four walls? He's gonna cause so much stress in life, and God can't do it for him. What? He can't. It's his free will choice. Why every day above ground you choose to, which is your free will choice, to offer love, and you're loyal to fucking garbage, respectfully, and he chooses to be a fuckboy, a racist, a bully and shit. So why do you have him in your life and in your kid's life? But that is your free will choice. I used to be like you. you should get some dope stuff for your channel to attract more followers and viewers. Okay, elaborate. I just go, Barbara. I just go live. I just go live. This is a live podcast. I play clips, and that's my job. My gift to the universe is to trigger people. What? All my especially the queens of potentials. I tell queens all the time, hey, if you want to shoot your shot, don't be shy. I'm not a virgin. I'm an open book, but just to let you know, like, if any of my tattoos trigger you, and that's your personal traumas, why would you want to shoot your shot? What? Once again, the big one for the mini cultures. Right here it says slave masters, and above it says fuck your feelings, and this says slaves. So when people read that in Seattle, they'll be like, so is that slavery times? Like, no. We think when you hear the term slave masters, fuck your feelings, slaves, you think mammy slavery. No, everyday bug ground, that's spiritual slavery. What do you mean? Scenario, miss. Let's say I'm your boyfriend, but I'm a fuck boy, and we go to church together, and I keep doing you wrong. Emotionally, very physically abusive. I'm whooping your fucking ass. 2 black eyes in. So I'm your slave master, and I'm telling you, fuck your feelings. And you're my slave, and you won't say fuck my feelings. So that's wrong to sin. You feel guilty. So why do you have me by your side? And we both love God. Will God whip your ass? I doubt it very much. So why do you allow me to whip your ass? The door's right there. Why don't you leave? You know, respectfully. You know, and so on and so on. That's how I'm my tattoos for a reason. To trigger everybody. Especially these boys. That's why I used to say, I'm here for everybody. No, I'm only for the queens. Women. The 0.01% men that actually want to jump in the box and talking vibe or after this session, DMs, we're talking vibe, but a lot of them, like 99%, would talk for a minute and then the guilt kicks in because they fucked up. Like, King, I did the same shit too, but I'm talking to you. Here's the best part. Why am I talking to you? Why are you talking to me? Why is your father, and none of your male family, your father, your uncles, brothers, grandfathers talking to you about this shit because they don't know this conversation. We're not taught these conversations. We're men, we're providers. Fucking pay the bills and that's it. That's it. The woman takes care of the house, the kids, and that's it. And that's not how we become a happy fucking family. You know how many females that are like married or couple and have kids and shit, families, and they feel single as fuck? And then they're happy for others and their relationships. They're not happy for their relationship. And the cherry top, they fucking daydream about love. You as a couple that love each other, quote unquote, God, Buddha, whatever you believe in, can't even fucking watch a movie together, any lovey-dovey movie, anything, because y'all ain't doing sex intercourse. You're upstairs or downstairs. Yeah, it's all awkward as fuck. I don't miss none of those feelings. I won't ever deal with that bullshit in my life. I don't deal with toxicity. If she wants to become toxic, that is her free one choice. But I tell you, babe, day one, that door right there for both of us. What? Can you handle rejection? Because if you can handle rejection, you have a lot of healing to do. Because I don't have to stay here. That's my free one choice. If you become too toxic or there's too many red flags, I can talk to you as an adult, but I don't have to. I can ghost you. I can go to work, you go to work, the same routine, and you come back home and I don't come back home. Are you ready for that? And if I do leave you, why are you looking for me? I'm not your kid. Don't stop chasing adults. That's my free one choice to leave. And like your free one choice to leave, you know? Respectfully. But let me play some more clips. This one says, this hits too hard because it's so true. And remember this, when I play clips, you don't see what I see, right? So it's an imagination station. You hear someone speaking, but all the clips that I play for the most part is personal feelings. If you hear someone speaking and they're telling whatever they're talking about and it triggers you in a negative manner, sad, depressed, bitter, or hateful, you think about your ex, talk to yourself, why and how do I feel about my ex? Why haven't I let them go? You know, and so on and so on. Because you're the only being that can do closure for yourself. I can't do closure for you. I can tell you every story, scenario, we can break it down best as possible, but you're the only being that can let go. God can't let go for you, your kids can't do it, I can't do it. Only the person mirror, what? Only the person mirror can do it for you, not nobody else. Respectfully.
Trust me, you don't want to date. I'm not a fun person to date. As a friend, yes. I'm goofy and I'm loud and I laugh easily. I am really flirty and probably will smack you too many times and you'll think I'm hitting on you. And all of it will be really, really fun. And you'll think, oh, I want to date you. But as soon as you date me, you'll realize I'm incredibly insecure. I'm full of anger. I don't trust ever. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for me, and it's work for you. And I can't promise that by the end of it, you'll think
That's just deep. And she's young. That's what you middle. I say I'm a single father of kids. I tell my kids like they talk about the little boyfriend, girlfriend, their little feelings. I go, check out, papi, mommy, I love you guys. You don't know this yet. I gotta do co-parenting. I don't know your mother, father, and this side spoke to you about this, but I'm gonna let you know this heart right here. When you make the super chart, I tell all my kids, the young ones, I'm like, all 6 of the young ones, right? I'll be like, you know this yet, but like, it doesn't sound like Japanese to you, but when you make the super chart heart feelings and the sympathy, you will always fall on your face. You will self-sabotage your life by knowing what? You're gonna hurt your own self. Because I know you have these feelings, you like them, and you like each other, but here's the kicker. There's your mother, I'm your father, we're not together co-parenting. So if you want to figure this out as possible, because you don't know what trauma is yet to full terminology yet, but you might be traumatized, you don't know it yet. Ask them the potential to be that you like, quote unquote, middle school, high school. Ask them simple question: how your parents doing? They ask me, but why? Because that tells you everything. Let's say you like this girl, right? And you ask her how your parents doing, and she's like, well, my mother's doing good. I don't got a father. Well, there it is, red flag. That's child trauma. She knows toxic love. Her mother potentially gives love for sure, but yeah, ask deeper questions. So does your mother, do you have a stepfather? Does she have a boyfriend? And so on and so on. But and they're like, why do I'm asking all these questions? You gotta figure this out best as possible. It's gonna work out on the overall. And I'm talking to you. If you need help, I can even talk to her for you guys. But you're too young. This hard feelings, it's not good for you, man. You don't know this yet. It's here to sabotage your life. And then if you get trauma bonded, they're like, what's a trauma bond? Exactly. Ask your teacher what a trauma bond is. Ask your English teacher. Every fucking subject in school, the majority probably don't know what the fuck that is. It's Japanese. They'll be like, go to the counselor. The counselor might even know that terminology. But they're like, why do I care about the which I think is tied on this arm. If not, I will get tied on trauma bonds. Because that's when you break up multiple times. 2 times, 4 times. No matter if you break up with them, they break up. But you always go back to each other. Even you guys even cheat on each other and you still go back to each other. That's called a trauma bond. Which I'm going to tell you on my back next week wise. My back tattoo is a cross tattoo, but words. So when religious people say, because I'm born as a Catholic, then they think, oh, religion, God. I'm like, well, it does mention God and Jesus, but it's not just based off the Bible. It's just I got your attention with the words and the image of a cross, yes. But now do you want to read the words inside the cross and outside the cross? Why? That's my notes to the universe. You don't have to comprehend what it says. That's your free one choice, but as it be, and I break down life best as possible, simple as possible, So on the left side, vertically is going to say, all the first letters capitalized. It's going to say trauma bonds equal soul ties equal twin flames equal addiction equal insanity equal all capital letters codependency. That's what it is. All you toxic ass couples that go back to each other, you queens give them thousands of chances. That's called trauma bond. It's addiction. I need them in my life. Without them, I can't function. You bitch about them all you want, but you always take them back. So you can physically leave. That's the type of I can physically save people. If I have money, financially save people. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, I can't save my kids. I can't even save you at all. I can hold you and guide you. Every which way I can teach life, I got you. These feelings, toxic relationships, co-parenting, I got you. But after the conversations, I go my way, you go your way. I'm not saying they're bitter or hateful. I love going home. I don't dread to go home. All alone, no partner. You go home, are you happy to go home or are you scared to go home? Especially when you're going through a healing journey with no partner. It's gonna hurt initially. That's why the healing journey very, very painful, because you're trying to detail codependency. I'm alone. I need people. You don't need people at all. You want people if they want you. Match energy, not take energy. If they take energy, what should you do? Verbalize boundaries. And to warn you, you can verbalize them and nobody has to respect your boundaries. If they don't, what are you choosing? What are you doing? To sit there and entertain? Or be selfish as a positive matter, go to that door, they'll never look back. Why worry about people? Why is the best part? Why worry about adults? If they mistreat you, they take energy, everyone knows right from wrong. They choose to do wrong. That's your free one choice, as a foreigner.
The more you work on yourself, the less garbage you accept from others. As you grow and start valuing yourself, everything changes. You begin noticing when people cross your boundaries. Things you used to tolerate suddenly feel unbearable. You start realizing you deserve better treatment. Fitting in stops being the goal. You'd rather belong to yourself than compromise who you are for others' approval. People will say you've become difficult, impatient, or changed. They're right. You have changed. You've developed self-respect. What used to slide by now gets called out. What used to be fine is now unacceptable. You're not being mean. You're being honest about your worth. This isn't you losing patience. This is you gaining standards. This is you finally understanding that your peace matters more than keeping everyone else comfortable. That's not a problem. That's progress. Celebrate it.
That's beautiful. And what all the thing that you just said is very factual. You don't see it yet, but at my situation, you know the healing journey. You have 4 journeys: the healing journey, the awakening journey, the awakened journey, the last one woke. The woke journey is really hard to do. And once you become woke 1,000, not 100, 500, you don't worry about breakups, divorces, they ghost you. Like, yo, people will come and go. No one's guaranteed forever. Last dying breath, roll with each other. Marriage. Well, I'm going to tell my back sometime this year and say, fear in a positive manner as if a warning. Did you know anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone can ghost, anyone can break up with you, anyone can divorce you? That is their free will and choice when they do and which they shall, how you react, how you respond. Or do you live in fear, scared of that? What? Anybody? Anybody. Nobody has to talk to you at all. Your partner can look at you dead in the eyes and just walk the fuck away, get in the car and leave, and not ever come back home. And they could take the stuff, leave the stuff. That is their free will and choice. Are you ready for rejection? Is it wrong? Yes, it is. But that is their free will and choice. A zillion people in all these realms, all the universes, why are you stressing about one? Make that make sense. That's the codependency part. I need them. You need toxic love? Fuck toxic love, man. Love doesn't hurt at all. It's highly impossible. What hurts is toxic love. You don't want toxic love. You can say fuck toxic love all you want. Because that's what costs you everything in life. Because you love somebody that doesn't love you back. You love someone that takes energy. They don't match energy at all. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, potentially even in your life, especially you queens. How many on TikToks, how many queens you see on there that get fucking murked? Because the baby mom, the baby father, exes, they won't let him go. She wants a divorce type of situation. He's been fucking up. And now he can't handle it because he's getting rejected. Look at the recent case that happened like 2 weeks ago in California. I guess, she's going to divorce. It was kind of in between them. She went on a podcast, and not even like 3-4 days later, she's murked, and the potential partner she was gonna have, he's murked. And I believe the cops took him out. I don't research too much. Myself as a being behind the screen, just to let you know, I like the Spanish culture. Hispanic and Spaniards, 80% brown boys are fuckboys. All you Spanish queens, Hispanic, Latina Spaniards, you want to stick to your own race, brown boys? I do so many one-on-ones. And I ask your queen, when they're Spanish, right? Let's say she's Dominican, Mexican, whatever. I'd be like, just curious to know before we start this conversation. Typically, I ask in the very beginning. So I know what race culture I'm dealing with. I'm just curious to know what your boyfriend, your baby father, your ex. Oh, he's Dominican, he's Cuban, Mexican. Oh, queen, there's your problem. What? 80% brown boys are fuckboys. What? We'll have a conversation. I'll break it down best possible. Now show me any male in your family and his family that speaks the way I speak. I know 1,000 my tattoo. You can't show me that. In our culture, we believe that God, Jesus, will change his ways. But look at his father, still a fuckboy. Look at his older brother, still a fuckboy. Look at his older cousins, fuckboys, uncles, fuckboys. His grandfather's still a fuckboy, and they all go to church. And they love God, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever. They're hard workers, right? That's what we're known for, Hispanic Latinos, right? We're known for hard workers, right? But he's ready for this? He works hard on his friendships, co-workerships. Friends on social media, he does not work hard on his relationship. Shots fired. That's why his shit failed. You are love, he's toxic love. And they've let something comment, but you're a brown boy. I used to be a brown boy. I'm a brown man. That's why I'm talking to you. Here's the best part. If I'm talking to you, and there's a person you love, quote unquote, why isn't he talking to you? If you want to, we do a 3-way call. But I promise you 1,000, I'm going to trigger him every which way. Because God can't change his way. He can say, he can even believe, well, I go to church, I go to retreats, therapy counseling, God will change my ways. So I'll call him out. If God's not a fuckboy, so why do you choose to be a fuckboy? I'm not a fuckboy. I could be a fuckboy when I want to, today, tomorrow. Anybody can. But why you keep mentioning God? Why you keep saying His name? He can't do it for you. You both have free will and choice. She chooses to control lust because she has self will. You choose not to control your lust. Your eyes are bigger than your mouth because you have no self will. All these fucking boys, not men, that on these gay, and so respect these guys podcasts, you know, men can cheat because biology, Bible talk because they bring the Bible because King David, you know, Solomon, I think Solomon or I think that I'm saying that right. Don't quote me now. But you gonna call it, they had, they could do it because they were men of God, quote unquote, and then because that money, power, and fame. That's excuses. No, that's called your eyes are bigger than your mouth. You can't control your lust. You have no self will. Fuck your biology. We supposed to say this, fuck King David and them. No, they had no self will. That's their free one choice as beings. Nobody has respect nobody at all. That's their free one choice. So if you have a forward side, what are you choosing? What are you doing? To stay there, to leave? For both of you, the door's right there. And that's why, like that video I just played, once you're working yourself, you don't deal with toxicity. Why am I thinking you're single? Many queens shoot the shot by telling queen respect, my energy is too strong for you. Like, teach me, you're a female, quote unquote, right? Religious, spiritual, quote unquote. Teach me something positive in life. And please don't bring higher source. I've heard everything about higher source. God can do it for me. I know I'm gonna trigger and say this, God can't do it for you. Because if he could do it for you, why the fuck are you sad and depressed? I'm gonna signify, I throw you in your face. I'm gonna signify your kids. I lost 2 families. I used to be sad and depressed 5 years ago, but when I started my healing journey, I worked on myself now. What sadness was on my tattoo? What's anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues? What is that? I comprehend to the fullest. I don't miss none of that. I let everybody go. That's why my neck tattoo match. And after that part, I let go of my exes, my past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. My parents are still alive to this day. A lot of my family is, but they don't comprehend this conversation, and they go to church. But behind closed doors, toxic as fuck. Toxic as fuck. We trying to say this, my tattoo. 39. At 39 years old, I stopped becoming all my toxic family. I started breaking the generational cycle, getting my life back. I look at all my family. I pray for them. I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. If I worked on myself in this lifetime at 39, 18 or higher to 44, the last 5 years of my blessed. So if I did it, you can do it. Anybody could do it whenever they want to. That is your free one choice. If you want to start the healing journey, if you want to feel your feelings. Because you're the only being that could do comprehension. Nobody in all the universe and these realms can't take this toxicity out of you. At all. Your ex-exes, that's all on you. You gotta let go. Have to trigger you, should want to let go. If not, try to get in relationships, but you're still stuck in your exes, and then bring your past to present and bring your past traumas to present to the person you love. Just to forewarn you, if they're on the healing journey and you're not on the healing journey, they're going to believe, yeah, King, you're beautiful. Nice body, everything, but yo, you broken. What? You're too traumatized. You always compare me to your ex. I walk with you. Anything I say, you being your past to present, or your traumas kick in. And I'm like walking an eggshell. So, what can I say to you? What can I say to you? Do to you that will get along to the fullest? If not, then what respect? What am I doing here? What are we doing here? I love you. You can verbalize you love me, but I can't even talk to you. I can't hold you, nothing. And when someone triggers you, I didn't trigger you at all. Your father, your ex, kid, whomever. Someone on social media, a post, then I get crucified. I need my space. Okay, cool, space. You keep saying that, then guess what? I'll give you all the space you want. I'm going to go home with you, and tomorrow when I go to work, I'm not coming back home. What? You can come back, you're still, I'm not coming back no more. I can pick up my stuff and leave my shit here. I respect you. I'm not dealing with toxicity. How about this? Learn from this. What? Learn from why I'm breaking up with you. If I was you, which I don't recommend, but that is your free one choice, but you're too broken. You're too toxic. Date brown boy, keep not brown, keep it simple. Date boys like you. They're broken and toxic, traumatized. That's your energy, that's your frequency, but both of you not evolving at all. You should both fall back, be alone, start the healing journey. Have a real support team if you want to. I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. I'll go hold you and guide you, but I can't finish save you. That is up. That's only you, not I. That's my situation. Like the clip that I just played. It's the best feeling to have to look at people like fuck, especially in toxic relationships in the streets. I'm like, I used to be like that. I accepted that bullshit. Yeah, cosmetically she's beautiful. Inside, she's broken like a glass. She's on a journey. She's not on a healing journey. I tell the queens all the time, you know. I talk to your mind. What? I know Japanese sounds crazy. What do you mean? Queen, cosmetic, I know you're beautiful. Everybody wants you. You can pull gay straight trans, right? I see what everybody sees cosmetically wise. But I date your mind. What do you mean by that? Because your mind tells your mouth to move and have these conversations. If you want to talk about mammy bullshit, let's talk about that to a certain extent. But I'm going to tell you, just to let you know, I don't give a bit shit about mammy bullshit. If you're going to brag about that you're beautiful, you have a nice body, queen, toxic and love and less is dime a dozen. OnlyFans are everywhere. You know that, right? So, which I call everybody out. You know, because everyone that's too codependent of mammy bullshit. When people verbalize God, higher source, right? But they verbalize, they brag about, look at my car, look at my body, my beauty, look at my homes, all mammy bullshit. I love calling the fuck out. Okay, King Queen, you just said God, right? Allah, Buddha, the universe. No, but your God is what? Mammy bullshit. What do you mean? You said you're beautiful. You brag about your car, your body, right? So that is your God. So your God is your body, your beauty, your lust, your looks, your job, money, car, home, and mammy bullshit. That is your God. You can verbalize God. No, you don't know anything about God. Because you're blue pill rich. All you talk about is mammy bullshit. So what happens the day you lose everything? What do you mean? You lose all money, power, and fame. On social media, you become fucking nobody type of situation. And now you lose your body. And someone like cuts, today you fall down in an accident. And now your face is all beat up. So now you feel ugly and shit. Cool. Now what? What else do you have? That's I'm turning my back to that corny ass conversation when people ask that corny ass question, like, what do you bring to the table? I was gonna say to call everybody out from every realm, every culture, whatever you believe, or it's gonna say other than your body, your beauty, your looks, your lust, your job, your money, your car, your home, and mammy bullshit. What do you bring to the table? I just stripped all the universes from all the universes from every fucking realms. What? How will we respond to that? I just told you other. You can't bring nothing man-made. My car, I just told you can't bring that. I'm beautiful. You can't bring your beauty. So you don't bring nothing to the table. And blue book conversations, yes. In the man-made world, you're fucking rich. You OnlyFans, you $1 billion dollars. In the repo world, the spiritual universe, God higher source, you're fucking poor. You can't, especially queens. I'll call you as a queen. You're a female. You should be more empathetic than I am. You should know this shit, quote unquote. And I know more than you as a man. You have a lot of healing to do. So there it is. So your God is mammy bullshit. Cool. Now here's the best part. When you're going through a breakup, right, and he's fucking you over, ask your beauty for advice to life. What? Ask your chest. Ask your peaches. Ask your butt for advice to life. Because remember this, you have a beautiful body and you're beautiful. But how you shed in tears and you're beautiful. Make that make sense. You have a lot of healing to do, you know?
I mean, just because it ended doesn't mean I don't think about you. It doesn't mean I won't, and it doesn't mean I shouldn't. You still cross my mind. Sometimes it's a random moment, a memory I didn't expect to remember. Sometimes it's something small, like hearing a song I once played for you, or driving past somewhere where we would laugh like everything was simple. And sometimes that's hard, to sit with that, to feel someone who's no longer in your life, still living in your mind like they never left. But I've stopped trying to push those thoughts away. I stopped shaming myself for still caring, for still wondering how you're doing, for having those little moments where I wish things had gone differently. Because truthfully, you taught me a lot about myself, about what I need, about what love is and what it isn't. And maybe we weren't meant to last, but that doesn't mean you didn't matter. It doesn't mean you didn't mean something to me. So wherever you are, I genuinely hope that you're well. I hope you're fulfilled. I hope you're learning, evolving, and becoming everything you said you wanted to be. I hope life is stretching you in the best ways possible, the kind that makes you proud of who you're becoming. You were a chapter in my life, but not the whole story. Still, a meaningful one though. So no, I don't regret it, even if it ended, even if it hurt me, even if we never speak again. Because not everything that doesn't last was a waste of time. Some people come into your life to teach you something, to shift you, to prepare you. And that was you for me. So if I ever cross your mind, just know I'm still growing, still healing, still moving forward with softness, but I'm okay. And I genuinely hope you are too.
I love poetry. Beautiful. Poetry music's beast. Trust me, if that was my gift to poetry and music, I would have been 5 years ago. I'd been a zillionaire. Trust. I thought I preach about raw real life, raw feelings. And once again, poetry beats like Black Queen there, she's young. I'm guessing early 20s, right? And I say respect for you. A lot of poets and musicians, like they every time they're gonna talk relationships or if things happen tragedy in their life, they'll make a song about it. They make poetry about it. Fucking, they articulate the words beautifully. It's fucking exotic. I love it to the fullest. And I say respect for you. The only downfall is this: like you be the best poet musician in the universe, but you talk about love, poetry, love, music, love, but magically somehow every single time you get in this toxic love, broken, codependent relationship, then you stay there for too fucking long. Because you pray, but how manifest the highest of magic, it will change their ways one day, and they'll wake up, and they love you like you love them. How long, that one day you're waiting for, so they wait, match energy and give you love that you've been given, right? How long will it be? A day, a month, a year, 10 years, 20 years from now? 20 kids deep? And they're still fucking fuckboy fuckers that haven't changed their ways? You're praying for the wrong person. You should pray for yourself to build the courage to walk away. And I preach about doors. Queen, king, the doors right there. What? Every day above ground, you bitch about your partner. To the whole universe, to all these realms, therapists, counselors, social media, etc. Wise, you go through all these doors, but you worry about that one door that you stress about, that you hate going home. And the best part, you drive home, you get there, and you sit in the fucking parking lot, in your car, staring at the door, and they say kids about my situation. It's not the kids. Kids are part of the equation. It's her. My first baby mom and my second baby mom. I didn't want to deal with them. But I love her, the kids, I love God. I love my own self type of situation. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're waiting for someone to come in your life to make you feel good, they could potentially show up, you know, and then they can get up and leave, or God forbid they pass away, or they can go. She's like, damn, they're traumatized as hell. Like, yeah, I love you, TLC's phenomenal, but I can't even talk to them. Every time we talk, they get triggered, or they look at me, they say nothing because, you know, they don't know what to say to that. And what do we do here? That's what I'm saying, as a being. If we can't talk to each other as being as couples, then what are we doing here? It potentially be a time. You know, if you want to be potential, we become each other's friends, best friends, lovers, porn stars, and therapists. We talk about everything. But if you're gonna hold back because you're so traumatized of your ex, my next tattoo, yo, queen, babe, day one. You see my next tattoo? I'm not your ex nor exes. I'm today, then now the present. If you're too traumatized and you think, don't lie to yourself. Just because it make you feel good, energy and bullshit. Yes, I hear it all the time, but I can't finish save you at all. And for warning you, if you're too traumatized, I would talk to an adult, but I'm more likely I'm gonna get up and leave. Can you handle rejection? Just because of that, I don't deal with toxicity respectfully. And I say respectfully, date people like you that are toxic. I don't recommend it. Once again, be a bloodbath, but I'm forewarning you. And here's the best part: I don't even gotta talk to you. So I tell but there's still a time. Why am I talking to you? The boys behind me wanting to talk about this conversation because they don't give a shit about your feelings. They can verbalize I care about your feelings. They don't care about your feelings. Because if they did, they should be having these conversations. They should not sell you a dream at all. Hey, what's up? How you doing, queen? And that's respectfully. So once again, that's some beautiful poetry. But the downfall is, more likely down the road, she get on a toxic relationship. I should make more poetry. Excuse me. Which is beautiful. Which is, in this lifetime, how many bodies are you going through till you figure out what love is? Hey, what's up? How you doing? That's respectfully, you know.
What up, man?
Today's my birthday.
Damn,
oh, happy birthday!
Bro, I'm on my 24th day without smoking. Hey, dude, like, I can lay down for like a bit and shit, and I'll go to sleep for like 15 minutes, and I'll have vivid ass, quick little dreams, bro, that trip me the fuck out, bro. It feels good though. Like sometimes they're bad dreams, but sometimes they're cool dreams. Like it's hella weird, bro. Like that shit's crazy, bro. I just had one right now, man. I was like, I don't know. It made me feel good, bro. I don't know. It was weird.
Do you remember
sometimes
them?
I have nightmares. Sometimes there's like dreams that make you like appreciate your life or something. I don't know. It's
right,
crazy,
for warnings.
Dude. It's almost like the dream brings you like motivation. I don't know. That's how I feel right now, bro. It was weird, bro.
That's cool, yeah. if I would say if you remember them, if I was you, if you remember the dreams, it could be visions. Myself on tattoo. Do audio blogs of yourself, you know, and talk about it, because maybe it could be foreign. Happy birthday, Val. How you doing? ¿Cómo estás?
Hey, bro, like this morning, though, I had a more trippy dream. Like I said, like I only knocked out for like, it it'll be like those moments where I get sleepy, I'll lay down and I'll knock out for only like 15, 20 minutes, and then I wake up, bro. But in that 20 minutes, I have a weird ass dream. Like this morning, I dreamed that like, it was weird, dog. It was like, I dreamed that my family, all my family, like my dad, my mom, my uncles, aunts, like from my dad's side, like a bunch of people that know me, bro. They started gathering around me and singing to me like if it was a surprise party or some shit. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it was weird, bro. It was like almost like a reminder. Like, I don't know. It was like reminding me how like I distanced myself from my family or something, you know. And I haven't had like an event where all my family gets together and kind of like celebrates me or have a birthday party. Like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I'm distant from my family, so it was weird that I had that dream, bro. It was almost like telling me like to like reconnect with my family, maybe. I don't know, bro. That's what I took from it, you know.
Potentially.
Well, I have a lot of weird dreams right now, bro. Yeah, I just fucking.
Well, that's what on YouTube.
Like sharing that, bro.
Yeah, you good. I was gonna say like.
Right now, bro.
I was gonna say like if you go on YouTube wise, like even TikTok, there's even dream books, and right there you potentially can guide you with it. Because I know of it, but that's typically the spiritual universe. Typically, even to say you have these dreams, visions, there's meaning behind it. There's forewarnings behind it. So if you want to investigate, you know they have dream books, and again you go on YouTube, Spotify, and from there you can just say type in a word, whatever it is, death, family, and someone has a little story about it. You might have a gift that's your gift. Yeah.
I try not to like really question it so much sometimes. I just let it be and shit. Like,
you can.
That's how I am. I don't know.
You can definitely do that, most definitely.
But I did post a video this morning.
Thought about it.
Low key, I shed a few tears too, bro. And I posted myself talking about the dream about my family gathering around me. I was like, what the fuck? I don't know. It made me cry, bro. That shit was weird. I woke up and I started crying and shit.
That's okay. Don't. That's okay. Once again, like it could be a warning that like maybe you and your family be cool with each other again, or it could be a warning of a death. There's so many.
You know what's funny, bro? I'm actually not being cool with my fam. Like I've actually been like distancing myself from even my parents, bro. Like because like there's certain disagreements or certain things where we don't see eye to eye with what's going on with my kids and the whole custody shit. Like I don't know. It's more me. Like I don't trust them, bro.
Yeah.
So like I just distance myself from them. And that's why it's even weirder that I'm having that dream, because I'm like over here low key cutting them off, and I know it sounds fucked up, but it's the truth, bro. Like I don't really talk to my parents, bro, because I don't trust them, bro.
You good,
like,
man.
I feel
You
like
know them.
They treated me like I'm crazy, bro. Like and my whole life, for example, my mom's treated me like that because I've always been a troublemaker, bro. So like, for example, when I was 14 years old, I would lose my house key, bro, and my mom wouldn't get me another one. She'll just like not let me have house keys, bro, because I'll lose them, so she'll stop trusting me.
Right.
And that's the type of way my mom treated me since I was young, like pretty much labeling me a non-trustworthy kid, and like all into my adulthood has been like that, bro. Like, and it's I don't know, I don't trust my own parents, bro. I don't really like. When you don't fuck with somebody, like when it's not your family, it's just a regular duty. Like I don't fuck with this person. That's how I feel about my parents, bro. And it's sad, but it's the truth, bro.
But remember, we're adults, right? So you know your parents more than I do. So when I preach rejection, remember rejection protection. So like,
nothing wrong with it.
Nah.
You know what I heard? I heard that scripture. If you love your parent, your mother, father, sister, brother more than me, you're not worthy of me.
Oh yeah,
and,
I
listen to some that talks about that all the time, and I'm like, hey, unfortunately, that's the fucking truth, bro. Like, everybody wants to live in this perfect world where you're cool with your family forever, you're cool with your parents forever.
It'd be nice. It'd be nice.
I don't believe in that, man. I don't believe in that, bro. Yeah, I gotta be real with myself. Like, it's very hard for me to keep people around that I know are not genuinely 100% real with me, bro.
Which is okay.
Even if it's my own parents.
It's totally good. Like my situation, like my pops, like my parents think I'm crazy. Like my pops were at the farmer's market, right, in Seattle, and he told me like, some customer give him shit like, hey, is that your son? Like, yeah. Like, what about your tattoos? Like, oh, I don't believe in tattoos. You know, my son's a devil. You know, tell my son he's crazy. Tell my son to, you know, remove his tattoos. And I just be laughing. Like, I don't even get offended. And I say respect it because my father knows conversation. None of my family knows conversation at all. Born as a Catholic, they believe that, okay, God can do it for me. Jesus will do it for you. Leave it in, leave it in God's hands. Like, respectfully, if that was factual, look at your toxic family. They're older than you and they're toxic together as a couple behind closed doors. And God can do it for you? Well, I hadn't done for them respectfully. And when I say that, it triggers that you're going to go to hell. That's, you know, for defying God. I'm like, you can say that. If let's say, if that's factual, I'll take it for the team. But I'm telling a story to warn people. If you want to be codependent of higher source, which is nothing wrong with that, he gave everybody a free one choice. Anybody get changed whenever they want to. That is their free one choice. But if you believe that God can do it for you, then pray. Pray. I have my tattoos for a reason. Let me see where it's at. Oh, here we go. It says, God, Allah, Buddha. I'm reading this upside down, alright? Can't fix you or save you. This is your healing journey. We pray tonight that everyone gets one more chance, one more day above ground. Oh, this is hard to read upside down. I gotta take pictures of this shit. Everyone changes the down. It's hard to read this. Everybody close the doors of pain in their mansion. Nobody has narcissist traits: hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power, evil, envy, jealous, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma bonds. Then it says, no more drugs, wars. We all say amen. When we all wake up and everyone still has the same issues, I believe I said that, there's still the same issues, who do you blame? God, Lucifer? The answer is the person mirror, you. What? Shots fired. My tattoo, once again, I was reading upside down. What's up, Toga? I gotta, type it up. I'll take more pictures of it. But that's what's respectful. Like, you can point the finger, because it's easier to do deflection and projection. The victim mentality and, tell soft stories because of them. Yes, I'm sorry they physically fucked you over. They cheat on and destroy the fuck out of you, right? I understand it. But here's a kicker. What I preach to everybody, anyone that bullies you, that is not a good person. I don't give a shit. They say higher source, no, because higher source is not bully. So if they don't bully and you believe in higher source that you're not bullying, why do you allow a person to bully you? Why do you have in your life, especially besides the partner? And I get it. I was you. How you blue pillars? You're on a journey. You're not a healing journey. You've done this conversation. You know what trombones, soul ties in these conversations. You pray because God will change His ways. Her ways to stop being fucked with your fucker, to stop whooping your ass. They don't have to comprehend this. It's a triggering comment, but God can't do it for them. If you're not doing it and they're doing it, why? Make that make sense. If for both of you, the door's right there. Anybody can leave whenever they want to. That's your free one choice. No one's got to stay. You know that, right? Especially when you're adults. You live out of that household. Stop being the babysitters, the fathers, the mothers, prevention officers. That's an adult. Do not worry about adults. Especially with social media. I promise you 1,000. My tattoo. You break it with your partner. If they're on social media, when they make a post that you broke up with them, in their comments, in their DMs, straight gay trans be after them. Now you observe your ex-partner. What would they have? 3 options. They fall back, start the healing journey. Option number 2, body hop in the whole face. Option number 3, they get into a relationship right away. If your partner does option 2 and 3, they are broken, codependent, scared to be alone, abandonment issues. They don't know how to be alone at all. A lot of us don't know. It's initially is very, very scared to be alone because now you're all alone and no one's coming home at night. It's just you and with your feelings. Yeah. But let me play this clip.
I didn't leave the first time I thought about it, or the second, or the 6th. I stayed longer than I should have, long after friends bit their tongues, long after my reflection stopped looking like mine. Everyone said you deserve better, but they didn't see the tiny hope I kept watering. Leaving didn't feel like freedom. It felt like failure. I didn't stay because I was weak. I stayed because walking away from love, even when it hurts, takes strength you build quietly. one heartbreak at a time. It took 100 almost, 1,000 silent tears. Then one morning I realized, this isn't love. This is survival dressed up as hope. And when I left, I did it scared, shaking, grieving the version of me I thought I could fix. So if you're still there, I get it. You're not broken for staying, but one day your heart will whisper enough and you'll leave, finally, for you. And I'll be proud of you.
That's kind of literally how I feel with my parents, bro. For reals, man. Like, I always feel like, as much as I want to be like, nah, it's your parents, you gotta love them. Yeah, maybe a certain amount of respect, I guess, will always be there.
Right.
But I can't help but to feel, bro, like the same way I feel my instinct when it tells me, my intuition when it tells me things that I need to do to fix my life, I be feeling like God telling me, bro, like, watch your parents, you know, like fucking, I know it sounds crazy, but
Nah,
you're
like, I don't call you crazy.
It's like God telling me, like, watch out for them, you know, keep your distance from them.
Give it for warnings. That's what they call vision. It's for warnings. Like, all it is that, yo, just be observant. The little dream is just, these dreams, these visions, it's
because I still have that respect, that love that they raised me and they always try to help me and shit.
Right, they did the part.
But I promise you, like, I could feel like that. It almost feels like no matter what I do, even if I were to succeed in life, they're always...
They won't be happy. They won't be satisfied.
This is the thing. I don't want their love. Like, once I do succeed in life, and they probably will turn around and act better with me, at that point, it's like, I don't even want that shit, you know? Because all I could do, all I could remember is how they treated me when I wasn't, like, succeeding, you know?
Correct. Oh, yeah, no, they'd be trash talking. That's why, once again, our parents, for the most, like, my mom's not too bad, my pops is old school, right? But I tell people, like, my pops is the way he is because, like, you know, my grandparents, his parents, like my grandfather and great-grandfather, and that's my uncles the way they are. Like, they'll be literally talk shit to you. It don't matter if you're doing good or bad, but obviously you're doing more bad than good, they don't talk shit. But even when you're doing good, they'll still give you shit.
How, like, you can turn on your own
blood,
son or daughter in a way, and you stay more loyal to, like your mother, like her to my grandma or whatever. Like you're saying, like they have this idea, and it made me think more of my mom. Like my mom, like I feel like her standards come from how she was raised by my grandma, you know.
More likely so.
And my grandma, on my mom's side, they're very judgmental, bro. They're very like
old school.
Feel like they're white. They feel like they're white. Like they feel like they're high class.
Fresas.
They have money. They have money. Like my mom's side of the family, they are like low key, kind of high class and shit. So that's how they treat you. They like someone like me, they kind of see me like I guess lower. You know what I mean? If you really want to be real about it and not sugarcoat shit.
Right.
That I look how I look.
Right, it's at correct,
like,
right.
No matter what, they look at me like kind of lower.
Yeah,
know?
Well, yeah, you're the
because of the route I chose. You know?
Right.
But I never belittle myself. I see myself like, bro, this is just my style. I love tattoos. I love how I look. I love, like, I grew up the way I grew up, Chicano, with my Cholo homies and shit. Like, I'm prideful in being Chicano like that, bro. I didn't want to be a fucking, like, square-ass fool that's just, like, all about, like, when you go to a restaurant, you're very careful how you eat. Bro, I do not like that, man.
It's okay.
I lick my fingers. I lick my fingers. I use my hands. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't care what people think, bro.
Yeah,
and I can't live that way.
Yeah, no, you're good. So, everyone has their own standards. That's why when I say, like, when you do more of the, you know, awakening woke journey, you will comprehend this. Like, the only person you need chase, compete, submit, and validation of who? This person mirror yourself, not nobody else. When you have the mentality and you're blessed with yourself, like my situation, I don't give a shit what anyone says about me. Anybody, I don't give a shit what you say. Like, you're stupid. That's all you got for me. Just to let you know, you have to comprehend this. I don't give a shit about words. What? I don't care about words. What does that mean? Let me elaborate.
That's a gift, bro.
Oh yeah, I worked on myself. My pops destroyed me with his words when I was young, right? All my life, and then my first baby mom. After that, like, I just became, like, you can say somewhat numb, but I just didn't care no more. Like, yo, I already heard everything in English, Spanish. I'm worth this, garbage, all this corny shit. Like, that also, you know, that's all you got from me, you know? So that's why I don't care about them anymore. But what I say now, deeper, like, to forewarn people, because sometimes people get offended. Wait, what does that mean? How can you not care about words? They do have meaning. Like, no. These words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. So how's all the universes and their feelings about things that have no feelings at all? Make that make sense. I'll be telling my back sometime this month. Right? And to elaborate, what does that mean? Okay, make it simple. I know it's Japanese to you, right? Sad, won't ever feel sad. Divorces, don't worry about divorces. Breakup, don't worry about breakups. Mental health does not worry about mental health. Zombies added to an addiction, then I become a zombie added to an addiction. Beings do, we do. I used to. What? I don't give a shit about words. I don't need you guys. I don't need no words but myself. I'm not codependent people. I want people if they want to. We match energy, two-sided friendship relationship, communication, A, B, comprehension, best as possible. It's not one-sided. I don't deal with one-sided relationship because now you're talking to a wall. You know? And that's the shit. That's what I tell people. I don't need people, man. I want people. But that's the way I believe it and think as a being. Because look around you. If you needed people, that's why you chase people. Because you need people's validation. You know, I mean, and then on top of that, so you want people to tell you, and you need them to tell you that you're doing good. Your boss tells you you're doing good. The priest tells you you're doing good. Your kids tell you. So why can't you make yourself feel good? You know? Like you should be your number one supporter to the fullest. Because if you don't got you, you got you. You know? And that's for everybody out there. For one people. Just you. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever need was you. The end. When people talk about time, write a book. There's my book. I believe it's tatted on me. If not, we'll get it tatted on me. What do you mean? That's how your book? What else do you want to talk about? My childhood trauma, my upbringing, whatever. It's respect that has nothing to do with my past, nothing to do with present today as we speak. You know? So that's why I just tell stories. I go live and pay you for it, nothing more than less, you know? So I'm predictably fast. This is like
girlfriend.
When it comes to boundaries, right?
Allow your girlfriend to have girls' nights out?
Previously, yes. Currently, no. I have very clear guidelines. Number one, I'm not a regular person, so I don't have a regular relationship. So if you're a regular person with your regular ass life and your regular relationship, you won't understand this, and I'm not expecting you to. But I'm a provider. What I mean by that is she doesn't work. She has no responsibilities besides day-to-day tasks and enjoying life. So she wanted to have a girls' night. Absolutely. Go do it, use my card, pay for everything, pay for you and all your friends. The entire night's on me. Be home by this time. Yada, yada, yada. She lost track of time. She missed the curfew. Guess what? There is no more going out because everything that I do is based on trust. And if you want to disrespect me and the time that I tell you, based on me trusting you to go out, don't expect it again.
What's the point of the curfew? Because that's like an arbitrary thing.
There's a couple of schools of thought. I'm a guy, and at the end of the day, I've been a player. And I know what guys do. Nothing that I have to say is about me not trusting her. It's about not putting her in a position where she's going to constantly be tried and tempted or approached, if that makes sense. I don't park my Lamborghini on the street in a shitty neighborhood. I know my Lambo can't get stolen. I know my chick can't get stolen. I'm a 23-year-old, 6'5" millionaire. Go find another one. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to park my car or let my chick be in a position where there's constant threats or danger.
And that's the shit for everybody out there. Like, as being, what are your standards? Like, in my situation, I want to ever date a girl, quote-unquote woman that parties and kicks it. I don't party and kick it. I don't go down. That's why I won't ever do it again. And then begin, like, I changed my ways. No, queen. No. That's how you are as a being. That's how you man me. No, you don't change me for me at all. Because you'll change for now. And then when you get the itch to go back to go out, shoot with your peoples, you know, to keep bugging you, you will go out. And then what? I've been there, done. I can tell you stories, you know, like the curfew thing. Like, yo, my situation all the time, chill out. Especially having the ghetto hoods and shit, but I'm not in it. Everyone that lives in the ghetto hoods, right? And you want to go out in the ghetto hoods, really? Like, horny ass line, wrong place, the wrong time. If you live in the ghetto hoods and you're in the streets, clubs, bars, house parties, you cannot use that line at all. Nobody can't use that line in the ghetto hoods. Only if you're from the suburbs or you're traveling. And you magically somehow you don't know what a ghetto hood is, and you go there, put gas, and shit's about to happen to you. Magically, because it makes so many movies, the foreign and shit. Right? So there it is. Like, my ex, I would even ask him, I'd be like, yo, chill out, you want to go out? Cool, this is the ghetto hoods. If anything happens to you, don't call me. What? If anything happens to you, don't call me. Respectfully, I don't care. You should know your environment. You should know all this bullshit, but you don't see what I see. So that, do your thing, you know? And when they break trust and loyalty, like, oh, you know, little by little, I'll be back at 9. At 10, and then 11, 12, fucking, you know, I won't say names out here, right? They know what I'm talking about. two times for, I don't know how time frame, 7, 8, 10 years ago, right? Like twice it happened. She came home like at fucking 7, 8 in the morning, and she left like the night before, like at, I don't know, 8 p.m. And I was like, and here's the best part, they'll get some manipulative to the fullest and do deflection projection. So they're mad at you for being mad at them, and then she grounds you. Don't hug me, don't touch me, no TLC, nothing. Like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't do nothing wrong. You did everything fucking wrong, and I'm getting grounded. I'm in trouble. The fuck, yeah. It wasn't boys and girls too narcissistic, or your narcissists come out, and that's the bullshit. That's why I want capital E. I won't ever do that again, ever. This is a potential partner. She says she doesn't do that. Come to find out, she does do that, and then she starts passing boundaries and shit, and she started, being like, cool, come back, 10, 11, same thing, and it happens to you. Respect me. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Call me. I got beat up. Why you calling me? Call your friends. What? Yo, I haven't left the ghetto hoods yet, so I'm not in the streets. You are, so that situation. Or she doesn't come home until whatever 3, 4 in the morning, and she's cool, babe, shit out. I'm not your father. I'm not your babysitter. I'm not your probation officer. So now the relationship's over. What? Date boys like you. I told you in the beginning, I don't do that. I don't party and kick it at all. So I forewarned you it wasn't gonna work out. So you're gonna break up with me because of that? Yes, I am. Because this is my life, not your life. You do you, I do I type of situation, and I forewarned you. That's my situation as one being. I don't do dates. I don't do traditional corny ass ways. So the tradition was working. Why is everyone suffering? Especially in toxic ass relationships, man. That's why you date yourself. Get to know yourself. And that's what I do. One date, and that's it. Behind, especially like I tell the queen, like before, if you don't want to waste like time and everything, put effort and shit, we just do a phone call, video chat. Let's break it down behind the screen. And if it doesn't work out verbally, cool, we good. We don't gotta physically see each other. Rejection, protection, every which way. I can deal with rejection. Can you handle rejection? Because you can try this, and if I reject you, then what? You become sad, bitter, hateful. Make a TikTok about me. Do what you want to do in your life, in your story. You want to paint me as the victim. I mean, the victim, the villain. Do that. That's your choice and free will. I just don't deal with toxicity as a being. That's why as a being, date yourself. Get to know yourself. What's your boundaries, your love languages, your standards. When you comprehend that, next potential investment is the same shit. So I see you're both on the same page. But if you want to go fall on your face and self-sabotage your life not knowing and do opposite track, pray for the universe, like, go my day, go my life, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less,
For having an
This gonna be triggering like subject, but it's raw real life. If you don't like this, if it triggers you, keep scrolling. Dead ass. That's what the live podcast. It's all about feelings every which way.
How can I forgive myself for having an abortion after finding salvation? This lesson here is not about the abortion, because Isaiah 43 verse 18 to 19, God said he will help you with that. Your job now is to live not only for the baby, right, that couldn't make it, but also to live for the gospel and to live for God. Of course, was it wrong to do that? Yes, it was. But you sinned before the abortion. How so? You trusted your thoughts. That led you to be with somebody who you weren't ready to be with, and have a kid you weren't ready to have. The abortion was just a byproduct of you trusting yourself and not being close to God. The closer you can be with God, Jesus could not. That alone now opens this portal for condemnation and Satan to work. I'm not saying it was okay, but I'm also not saying that you can live in condemnation, because that's not living. That's just surviving and existing. So if this needed to happen for you to devote your whole life to God, then these are the things that needed to happen. I want you to also live and understand that you're forgiven, and to never again abuse the freedom and the free will. Take the free will that you have, give it back to God, and then make it God's will. And that's the best advice I can give for
you. Deep shit, triggering subject. I'm gonna tell my back, right? I could respectfully, like, with technology nowadays, you see my cell phone tattoo, I'm on 9 platforms, 9 cell phones. All the technology, every which way. For the most respectfully, nobody has excuses. Respectfully, like, yo, I'm a bad thing to say, when you have TLC sex and intercourse, you change energy, you form a bond. Soul tie, twin flame, trauma bonds, potentially catch what? Feelings, entities, or babies, because of one act. If you can't control and protect your energy, think about, control and protect your energy best as, and to trigger people to kill or not to kill. What? What does that mean? Towards the females, the queens. Like, you both quote unquote weren't ready, but magic you forgot when you have two sex intercourse, you change energy. Potentially, if you don't use protection, even if you use protection, you have that 0.0 whatever 1% chance that you can get her preggo, and we're both not ready. I'm not ready. What about college? So you have all my tattoos, SOS, stuck and stupid. 1 + 1 = 3 million answers. You have all these excuses. You knew potentially what could happen, and you still took the risk. Oh shit just got real. We're both not ready. So to kill or not to kill. But you love God, higher source. Like reset if you don't mention higher source. You think you're the first female that got preggo is not ready for it? Really? Respectfully, like, yeah. Y'all have a lot of healing to do.
Yes.
We're taught that, like, look, no, and we're taught to pursue women.
Yes.
We're taught that, like, look, no, and I know how it sounds. Roll with me for a moment. Look at what we're taught about love through fantasy. The woman is always trapped somewhere. The man always has to go on some long conquest. And she becomes the prize immediately upon rescuing her, and he becomes a hero immediately upon rescuing her, not by providing for her after, not by maintaining a house for her after. She doesn't have to do for him. It's all about the game. So when he talk about a man wanting a damsel in distress, that's what most of us were taught to want. You have to unlearn things like that. A man has to sit with himself long enough to say, who am I for real? And what do I actually bring to the table to where I don't need a woman to validate what I got going on? But to sit up here and villainize a man for doing what we taught to do, bro, that's crazy.
And that podcast is called Tonight's Conversation. If you want to see all these toxic relationships, that's a badass podcast. You see all of those scenarios, man. Side chick, main chick. You claim you love God, Allah, Buddha, but you're a fuckboy, fuck girl. Really? So what you're talking about right there is like the old school way. Like, you know, there's Romeo and Juliet love stories, you know. The Sleeping Beauty and bullshit. Like, if you're waiting for someone to come in your life, magic could be the one. Nobody is the one for nobody at all. And let's say the one does show up. And your scenario, let's say this, you're too traumatized, you're too broken, and they be like, yeah, you say you want a love relationship, but guess what? You wasn't ready. You verbalized you was ready, and you say verbally I love you, but no, you're too toxic, you're too broken. You're just stuck on your ex. You're jealous and trolling. Like, I worked on myself. I don't deal with none of that bullshit. So guess what? I love you, but I love myself more. I'm going to the door. I'm not looking back. What? You're gonna beg me because I'm jealous and trolling? Yes. Because I'm walking in eggshells. Everything I do or say triggers you. Everything. I used to be like you. If you want to, I'm your ex to be. We could talk about it as adults. Figure this shit out so you don't do this again. Or, once again, I don't recommend it. But if I was you, if you're jealous and trolling, date people like you. Excuse me. That are jealous and trolling like you. I don't recommend it be a bloodbath because you guys know about cell phones, pin locations, all this corny ass bullshit. All that is called toxic love. A little bit of love, a lot of toxic love. Are we all becoming just, probation officers? Say that, do that.
Well, did you say that every religion in America is a cult? Well, did you say that? Yes. Well, that would include Christianity, which is what you said you were.
So there's nothing wrong with that. That is a cult. And culture, the word culture.
So you're a cult leader then?
Cult.
So you're a cult leader then?
No, I free people from cults.
I see.
I free people from culture. I free people from the bondage of their drugs and their religions. Because religion becomes an opiate too. I'm not saying that religion doesn't have a value, but a religion has become abused. I'm saying to you that the authorities of this world, the psychiatrists, the ministers, the doctors, the
self-worshippers,
drug pushers,
the self-worshippers.
I'm telling you that they're all, most of them, whores, with few exceptions, and they will never give people, the government will never give people the right answer. They will always give people the wrong answer so that they
In other words, everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong but you, right?
I tell you that only one answer, and that is to listen to what you know is right in your heart.
All right, Roy, man.
Who would deny that?
John and I will try to...
That's why when it comes to all this religious talk and spirituality talk, everybody has their own beliefs, man. But remember, as one being, as long as you know you believe are good, you're blessed as a being. But once again, whatever you believe, higher source, spirituality, numerology, if you're still atheist, and you say you're a loving person, you want love. So how do you magically get into this toxic love, broken codependent relationships? How did you miss the red flags? Why didn't you realize boundaries, so on and so on? I'm the one to remind you of all that. To go down deep in the rabbit hole. Why? You don't have to. Not that deep, at least. Excuse me, guys. About to get off because I'm passing out on you guys. I'm really tired from driving, so I'll probably see you guys potentially sometime tomorrow. So if not, sometime next week. But have this night. Take care. Be safe. I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. That's my order to the universe every which way. And I gotta have to give a shout out, love to respect to everybody out there. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors, the X. To Johnny Chang, Religious Talk, a Beast, and then Buddha Talk, Salty Tim, Spotify, and both of them. And then the third one, the Queen, she goes by, I'm so bad with names. I think like Robin something. Sorry right now. I think. Oh, way off. Not even Robin. Lori Wheeler. She's a beast. Somebody like live talk, spirituality talk, which is beautiful. So once again, I'm here for you guys every which way. It's a live podcast. You want to scope it out? I've been doing this for 5 years. This is my sixth season now. And I just pay it forward. I'm a broken record. I focus my energy on the same conversations every day background. It's for you guys, because my tattoo up, which is on this side, and to trigger people, just put fear in the universe. 95% of the universe, you're broken, codependent, scared to be alone, and battling issues. You are looking for love and happiness in people, and man, maybe all you are doing by embarrassing you cut through your mansion, your head. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever knew is you, the end. You just don't know that yet. You believe it's a BN, mammy bullshit. How's that working out for you, respectfully, So, but yeah, love you guys. Have a blessed night. Take care. Be safe. Ciao, ciao. Be Squad, love you guys. Ciao. Lucky Squad, love you guys. Ciao. Go on my Facebook, love you guys. Be safe. Ciao. Both the TikTok, love you guys. Be safe. Ciao. IG, love you guys. Be safe. Ciao. Clubhouse, love you guys. Be safe. Ciao. And Twitch, love you guys. Be safe. Ciao.